Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? This man is swinging for the fences on me. We have ourselves a interesting episode of our little demon boy growing up into a demon man, um, well, demon human. But as a whole, I feel like this show is continuously showing me how much attention to detail they really pay to the small characters in the case of just having them feel almost as if they've been telling us, all the stuff that we see every week, or not every week, but the next week that comes up. All of a sudden, we're just like supposed to know small details that our character kind of notices, like for instance, the fist um, of this girl that is a pop star or a demon idol, and just seeing the way our character knew it was her was pretty funny because it was such a small like thing that she just happens to do. So for her to just be like, I can't believe I gave myself away. It's more or less that he just was paying a good amount of attention to everybody and just certain quirks that they had throughout the classroom. So I thought that was a cool little nod to his attention to detail, kind of, you can say. So, not only do we see that, we get a good explanation as to why everything's kind of popping off the way it is, just with him having the broadcasting group give him the tickets because they already got the honors to work with her, like behind the stage and stuff like that. So, they wind up getting tickets and not really being able to use them, to then those same tickets being the tickets that were going to lead a lucky person into having a conversation with her. So it was just a bunch of like very unlucky stuff for her because she continuously showed us how her hatred, or like her cold, chilling revenge she wants on him for getting all the attention and taking the attention away from her and her event, seeing how she doesn't go to the high school necessarily because she's using a secret identity, but once she actually, would let her secret identity be gone, she doesn't think she'll be nearly as popular, or it would just be more of a hassle than it already is right now. So that's the types of things I really enjoy with this show. The things that really are kind of just inconsistent is, of course, the overall luck that comes with this kid. He's just like, I mean, it's not inconsistent, it's really consistent, but it's inconsistent in the case of, would that really happen? Probably not. But because it's a show, because he is lucky but unlucky at the same time, yeah, this stuff is going to continuously to happen probably all of the time. So look forward to it. Seeing our two characters that always accompany our main guy is getting really nice as a whole, just to know that they're probably always going to be there for him. Like, even when it was just him getting announced to go down to the office, they're like, nah, we're going with them. Like, we're just his, take it as we are his chauffeur. Like, I really do mess with their group camaraderie. Just the way they carry themselves with each other and stuff like that is really fun to see, and I think they're enjoying themselves every time I watch them interact with each other. So that's the main goal for me in shows, is just to tell that they're enjoying themselves, to tell that they're having fun, to tell that um, the creators who are doing the animation and making these characters, react with each other are actually wholesome and feels good. So most of the things I'm looking forward to have already been kind of alluded to, but at the same time, the episode ends relatively weird this week with our girl ending up in a position where she might not even be able to perform, right? Like, she has a fever, she's really pushing herself too much by using her ice ability, seeing how it is putting like a toll on her after using it, and then not using it for so long. She just stops using it whenever she's supposed to be a certain person, but then all of a sudden using it this much after not using it might be the cause of why it's draining her so much. I don't know. But we'll see what our main character actually does, because I have a really bad feeling, the worst feeling, that he may just have to do some singing and songs for her, which would be hilarious, but at the same time, it would be quite awkward. If he pulls it off, that is. If he could pull it off, people don't notice. People are treating him like he's the girl on stage, or the girl that they've been caring about. It would really show another weird factor of this show that they don't really mind doing, and that's just having fun with the main character, putting them in situations that nobody would probably really want to be in or really would end up in, but he finds a way to make it funny, to make it laughable, and even maybe better the situation for the girl at the end of the day. But I don't know. I'm just a guessing man, but like I was saying, I do like the character that we've been getting so far, because ever since he's been this way, he's always been one way and never really changing what he does for anybody or anything, right? So it's a nice quality to have in his character, but at the same time, it's kind of obvious that if anything does change this character, it's going to be a huge, huge change to the story. Like if he just all of a sudden can say no to people, because I'm guessing they're going to be like, oh my God, she's really bad and she can't go on. And she's like, can you please do something to help us? And he's going to be stuck because that's just his thing. Like, they haven't made it too much of the show towards the end here that he does anything for anybody that he can. But they clearly made it a thing in the first like 12 episodes, right? So we know about it. It's just it's not as prominent in the show's progression to push the narrative forward as him saying yes to everything. More or less, he just ends up doing stuff regardless of people asking if it looks like it could help at the long term. So with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments, or just to see if you guys are watching. So with all that being said, take care, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace. And that does all my life. Ah, I'm the only devil that ascends to heaven. Oop, oop. Okay, his buttons are beating mine. I want a round before I go out. What? Look how much HP that does, and you're telling me Paul doesn't need to be nerfed. Get out of here. We worried about Leroy.